Hello, I want to get real with you for the next couple of minutes about procrastination. It is the act of delaying something for later, and it is something I very much do a lot. So let's start. Procrastination is something that is affecting 95% of students, so most likely it's affecting you. 20% of the entire population is a chronic procrastinator. I don't know if I'm considered one, but I procrastinate at least once a day. I don't know if that would consider it as chronic. Um, Procrastination. I'm specifically going to be talking about the 6 different types of procrastinators, and that way you're going to be able to identify if you are one of these 6. I based it off on the blog of webpage Addicted to Success, and it's a blogger, Joel Brown, and he goes and talks about the 6 different types of procrastinators. He's very good, puts chart and puts everything on detailed and color coded. It's very good if you want to go ahead and look into the webpage. So let's begin. Perfectionist. That is the first one, and it's a person that procrastinates because they're trying to avoid or doing a task because it's just so much detail into it, and they just don't want to do that, or they just take long to finish the project because they are putting so much detail into it. I myself identify as a perfectionist. I was once assigned to do a summary on an engineering report for the congressman. So I received this report and I didn't understand a word the report was saying. It was just engineer jargon. I didn't get what they were saying, and I just kept researching every bit of words and everything, every concept that was in that report. So obviously it took me for a very long time to finish that project, and I procrastinated on a lot of things that I needed to be done. So not a very good thing. The next one's a dreamer. This is somebody that thinks and plans, but not really goes through, doesn't take any action, procrastinates in a lot of this because, again, they're not taking any action. Not in the real world. Real world. My best friend, I love her, but she's a dreamer. Every time we get together, she's planning, and we always want to do things. We set up dates. We have what we want to do. We plan everything. We got the steps and everything that needs to get done. What happens the day of the event? Nothing really gets done, and we really don't get to do anything. That's a dreamer. Crisis maker. This is somebody that purpose procrastinates. I don't know why they would do this, but they work better under pressure. For example, my coworker is a crisis maker. He and I can have the same assignment, and the day of the assignment's deadline, he will finish it and just do excellent, and he'll be great. And I, on the other hand, I have to take a week and be able to do my research and be able to just plan it out, and still I'm not just as great as he am. So I'm very jealous of anybody. So if you're a crisis maker, I'm jealous. I don't know how you do it. Next one is a defier. This is somebody that doesn't want to do the assignment because they feel like they don't have to be doing this assignment and it's just unfair for them. I have 2 defiers at home, my son and my daughter, and they never want to do anything. I'm like, pick up this, pick up that, do this. Why? I didn't pick it up. I didn't do the mess. They did the mess. They had to pick it up, and it's no, you have to pick it up. So a lot of procrastination goes on in this household for my little defiers. Next one is an overdoer. I am big. I'm a big overdoer procrastinator. And I found some very good information in an online article by Tompkins. It's called Are You an Overdoer Procrastinator? I got it from cluttercoach.net. And this is somebody that just piles on a lot of work and has to procrastinate because they have to do what comes priority first. But in this article, it talks about how they need to prove themselves. And this is very, very true. They do this because they feel like they have some goals and they need to get them done by doing so much. They hate to say no. If somebody comes to me with a problem and they have this emotional story and I know the favor is not huge and I can do it, even though my plate's full, I'll still accept the favor just because I hate to say no, especially if it's somebody that I can help. Personal needs and relationships on hold. They just, again, they think of the projects, they think of what they needs to be done, and they're really not thinking about themselves. Relaxing is equal to guilt. So they don't want to be going to a spa or the beach or taking a break. They just feel like they're just wasting their time because they should be doing more things and getting things done. So I identify myself with this one, unfortunately. The next one is somebody that worries. Somebody that's scared, they're worried, too much risk in this project, and they just procrastinate because they don't want to get into this. My brother and I, we were roommates, and we had to go ahead and find an apartment, and it just took us the longest time to find somewhere because it had to be a safe neighborhood, and we had to go at different hours of the day to find out. We had to interview neighbors and see what they thought of the neighborhood. The store nearby needed to be open at the time that he needed to go or use it, and then we went to the store at different times too to see how safe the store was. So it took us a very long time to find an apartment because there was just a lot of worrying. So that's it. Those are the 6 different types of procrastinators. If you can identify yourself with one, um, because I identify myself with a couple of them, and then you're able to see really who you are, or if you are procrastinating in your life. Like I said, 95% of students procrastinate, so most likely that you are. And if you need to do any research, I have put a copy of my references. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening to this 6 different types of procrastinators.